Hey guys, you're watching MaddiE with MaddiE, and this is Matt Dawson, and welcome back to another episode of Decrypting Movies. In today's episode, we're gonna watch an action thriller that is recently released, Nobody, starring Bob Odenkirk, the famous Breaking Bad actor. I'm really a big fan of him. I followed it with the Better Call Saul series as well. Yeah, let's just straight away get into the movie analysis. All right, let's start the analysis. So this is my blog on Nobody. I think the IMDb rating is 7.4. I agree with that because the film was captivating. Yeah, and my verdict is swag all the way. So I felt the movie is swag, nothing but swag. It was dapper. It was showcasing the protagonist in a completely mass appeal way. So yeah, that's my verdict anyway. So yeah, let us watch the trailer first before we get into anything. Yeah.
So they took maybe 20 bucks and an old watch. Mr. Manson,
Really
did you
amazing.
even take a swing?
No.
Could have taken her, Dad.
Heard you had some excitement last night. I wish they'd have picked my place, you know?
Why didn't you take them out?
I was just trying to keep the damage to a minimum.
Yeah, how's that working out for you?
You okay? Cause you don't look okay.
There's a long dormant piece of me that so very badly wants out.
What are you still doing here, old man?
I'm gonna fuck you up. It's been a hell of a day.
I can see that.
For 12 years, I worked for some very dangerous people. Everybody get to the basement.
What is happening?
Don't call 911. I used to be what they call an auditor. The last guy anyone wants to see at their door. Because it meant you didn't have long to live. But I left it behind to start a family. I might have overcorrected.
When you left, you abandoned a certain debt that needs repayment. And your creditor is aware of your resurrection.
They came after my family.
They stole my kitty cat bracelet.
And you don't fucking do that! Give me the goddamn kitty cat bracelet!
You look like shit, Dad.
You should see the other guys.
Who the fuck are you?
Me? I'm nobody.
In theaters only February 26th.
Yeah, so you could have guessed what is the movie about. So it is an action thriller, and as you can see, Bob is the protagonist, and it's swag all the way. So I didn't notice the minor nuances that the voiceover that Bob was giving, because if I had noticed it, I would have got an idea that he is an ex government agent, kind of hitman stuff like that. So I thought it's going to be something like a common man getting into a brawl with some gangster, and the movie's going to be like that. But I was mistaken. Yeah, if you had not observed these minute details in the trailer, you would have also got the same impression. But turns out he is actually a ex agent. So he's on the field trained agent, so he knows about stuff like guns and equipments and how to combat. Training, he has had training in all that things. So he's not a common man, so he had just taken a retirement that he wanted, and he is living a normal life. So the initial act, the first act, exposition, where we are introduced to the world of protagonist, and how his life is being on a day-to-day basis. I love that sequence because the editing was amazing. It was like cut in a a very short period. It shows you, that sets up the mood, like it shows you what kind of feeling is going through. So he's having a menial job, a desk job, and every day he's doing the same things, and it also, his job is sedentary. He doesn't move around. He sits on a desk and does some coding stuff. And if you see here, so he's getting frustrated on a day-to-day basis. So he misses the garbage truck daily, and I mean every Tuesday. So the editing in the first act is amazing. It gives you it all actually takes you to the world, and it also, you can also experience what kind of frustration he is going through. That was really, editing was really great in that sequence. And the second act, confrontation, where our protagonist is faced with obstacles, because I didn't feel like obstacles, because he was easily overcoming all the obstacles that was confronted. And because after a period of time, you get to know his real nature, that he is indeed a trained ex-serviceman. So he knows combat and how to handle how to fight actually with genuine. And the bus fight sequence is really amazing. Let me just get into that. Yeah, this was really great because it was realistic, not like this typecast, I mean stereotype Hollywood fight, where is it exaggerated with background music and sounds, foley sounds. This was really realistic because he could also, if you see after a while, he would also endure. So he also gets equally beaten up, and in the end, he indeed beats up everyone in the race. So this was an amazing sequence. I would recommend this movie just for this bus fight scene. It was really amazing. And after that, there were a lot of action fight scenes, but I felt those were not realistic, because in this fight, this is where you actually, in the bus fight, is where you actually feel that he's an ex agent. So you don't get that feeling straight away. Through this fight, you will get to know. And after that, you are already exposed. I mean, you have been already exposed to this nature. So the fight sequence will be on a different level. So if you see this one, I felt in not believable, because he was I mean, there were a lot of bullets firing around, but he did not end up with a single bullet in his body. And there was another fight sequence where he got wounded by a bullet. Apart from that, not so realistic fight sequence, but it was really enjoyable watching all those fight sequences. And yeah, after the nature of the protagonist is revealed, it is going to be Tom and Jerry game there, protagonist versus antagonist. So we have an antagonist. I think he's introduced in the just after this fight scene. Let me try to get his photo. I don't think yeah, so basically our villain is someone who runs a club, and smuggles millions of dollars of money, millions of dollars money. Basically, the government has already been trying to figure that out, and just through this brawl, he gets into contact with that particular villain, and after that, it's gonna be a chase, a Tom and Jerry chase. So, in the end, who's gonna win? That is the story. So it's a typical story, and because of this setting that he has been retired, our protagonist Bob Odenkirk has retired from the service, and he wants to have a simple life with wife and kids. It is not working out. That's how the story starts out in the beginning of the movie. So he has actually lived the life having a wife and kids, but after some time he's missing that combat in on the field work. So he's getting frustrated daily, day by day, and it is building upon him, and just it's exploded in the bus when he's confronted with the gangsters. So it was amazing and entertaining. The film is really good. 1.4, I think it is justified because the performance is great from Bob Odenkirk. He just naturally fits into such kind of roles, and I'm looking forward to more such films from him, because I think this is the first feature film he has played a major role, a lead role. So yeah, and if you see, an interesting fact is that the producers are also related to John Wick. So there seems to be some interesting news that in the future there will be crossover between John Wick and Nobody. I think this guy's name is Hutch, basically. I'm not sure whether that's a real name, though in the movie it is being revealed as Hutch. So there would be in the future there would be a universe where John Wick and Hutch would be crossing over. I'm curiously and desperately looking forward to it. And yeah, I watched it in theaters, so it was really good. I think it's a great film to hang out with your friends as well as a family. And yeah, a lot of entertaining and funny moments, and those who love guns, action sequences. There are plenty of gunfights in this movie. Definitely you'll enjoy. Yeah, on filmmaking craftsmanship, I think the three-act structure was really good. I think the third act resolution was not great, but it's a commercial flick, so they have. I mean, the antagonist was formidable, but they didn't make use of the antagonist in a very artistic way. So he's gonna end up dead, or finally protagonist is gonna win. So that's the story, but it was not in a great way. Like, it was not much arduous from the protagonist, and he just easily wins over. So that was the only thing I was not impressed with. Apart from that, everything was great about this movie. It's a very entertaining commercial movie. Definitely you should watch it. If you're a fan of Breaking Bad series and Bob Odenkirk, definitely go for it. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this movie analysis on Nobody. We'll catch up in a different movie in another episode, and until then, this is Maddie Dawson. You're watching Medley with Maddie. Bye bye.